how do you take pages from one InDesign document and duplicate them to another InDesign document? It sounds easy, doesn't it? And it is. You just need to know how to do it. Now, you may be familiar with how to do this in other programs like Photoshop, where all you have to do is right-click and then say Duplicate Layer, and then you can pick wherever you want that layer to go. Well, for whatever reason, it's a little bit less obvious in InDesign, so I'm going to run you through how to do that real quick. So here in InDesign, we have our cover page. It's the only page we have in this document. But over here, we have a different document with our actual content pages. And if we click over here in our Pages tab, we can see that we have a couple of pages here ready to go. Now, if you don't see your Pages tab here on the side, you can just go up to Window and then go down here to Pages, or you can use the shortcut F12 to bring that up as well. Now, I should mention that we don't need to be super specific at this stage. You can either select all of your pages, you could select just the pages you want, or you don't even have to select any of your pages. And I'll show you why it doesn't really matter here in a moment. So to get things kicked off, let's go ahead and just right-click on our page. And that brings up our options. Now again, having used Photoshop, you might expect the option that we want is one of these called Duplicate. That makes sense, but in our case, it's not actually what we want. What we're looking for is this option here that says Move Pages. So let's go ahead and click on that. Now here we get a few more options. Our first option is Move Pages. That's asking us which pages we want to move. So here we can either enter a range, we can enter specific pages, or we can select this drop-down option that says All Pages. So let's go ahead and select that. Next, I'm actually going to skip down here to our option that says Move To. This is where we can select which document we want to move our pages to. So by default, it's set on Current Document. But if we click on that, we can see a drop-down and we can select our other InDesign document that we have open as well. That will let us move our pages over to that other document, which is exactly what we were hoping for. Then we can go back up here to our destination option. That lets us decide where in our file we want to move those pages. In our case, I'm going to move those pages to the end of our document, but you could also tell it exactly where it should end up in our file. Finally, we also have this checkbox down at the bottom that says Delete Pages After Moving. In my case, I don't want to do that because I'm just fine keeping this document the way it is. I just want to duplicate those pages to our new document. I haven't really encountered a circumstance where I wanted to delete those pages, but I suppose it could make sense if you wanted to take those pages completely out of one document and move them over to a different document. I just really haven't encountered that need in any of my workflows. So with our settings the way we want them, let's go ahead and hit OK. Now nothing appears to have happened on our end, but when we move back over to our other document, we can see that now those pages are all in place in our file. Before we only had our cover sheet, but now we can see we have those content pages here as well. So I think we can call this a success. And now that we know how to copy pages from one InDesign document to another, why not explore the difference between single pages and facing pages, and how to switch from one to the other in your InDesign file? I have a video right here to walk you through it.